Typhoon Phanfone, also known as Ursula here in the Philippines, now making landfall out here in Samar, specifically around General MacArthur there, also over towards Hernani, and even just down here towards the south. Basically, much of the geographical southern areas of Samar, where you can see that eye coming on shore right now. Eventually, it is going to make its way straight across, likely passing near Tacloban, before eventually moving off here further towards the west. So overall, though, this storm system has intensified rather quickly over the course of the past 12 hours. Even on this visible satellite loop, you can kind of get a clear idea of what I'm talking about here. You have that decent inflow, but see all of that convection flaring up around the center, and it's all wrapping into the core. And as this comes on shore here in southern areas of Samar, northern Leyte, definitely getting that impact of the typhoon strength winds, and I mean upwards about sustained 70, upwards of 80 knots possible in that center of circulation, enough to cause damage, especially where you see these darker areas in here where this is coming on shore, and that is even going to push across Tacloban as well. So I truly hope, I've said it in my last 6 videos, that everybody's staying inside here and probably trying to avoid midnight mass for this area of Visayas, specifically eastern Visayas, and specifically around Tacloban. That's the largest city. Really a very eerily similar track actually as Haiyan, much less intensity here, but this is not on the same level at all, but a very similar track as far as the damage is concerned. The good news, if there's any, is that the bulk of the convection is very concentrated in this storm system, meaning that despite the fact that we do have a cirrus shield back towards the north and towards the south, it's just in that core center where we're seeing these winds upwards of about 70 gusting to 85 knots. And that's where we do have Signal Force 3 issued by Pagasa here across northern Samar, eastern Samar, even through Leyte as well. Really just all of these areas going to be getting those typhoon strength winds, with Signal Force 2 and 1 extending out from that as well. I'm happy they did issue Signal Force 3 though, especially after that period of rapid intensification. Based on Dvorak analysis at this time, actually they're showing these winds upwards of about 80, nearly 90 knots. So definitely still continues to be a very potent storm system as this moves off here towards the west. And just kind of a closer look at the track here. Basically, a lot of my earlier updates and videos on this, I tried to analyze what exactly is causing the storm system to do what it's doing. Now I just more or less want to talk about where it is heading here at this time. Moving across Samar here, eventually off towards the west across Quavalan, and then eventually moving here into southern areas of Mindoro, where I think some of the heavier rainfall probably going to be taking place. In fact, some of these areas towards the north of the track is going to be looking at some severe flooding. I would not be surprised if this river here is going to be looking at some rapid increase in water levels as we go ahead throughout the 25th and into the 26th as well. So there's just a quick look at the track as it moves towards the west. A few people have asked me about flights. I do think with these hills here all the way across Visayas, there's going to be a lot of turbulence, so I do anticipate a lot of flights to be canceled as well. Not to mention a lot of people already discussing the impacts on sea travel with this, because of course, I mean, you don't want to be out there, and I usually don't talk about sea travel very much, but this is a big travel season as well, and that's something that people do have to take into account when you're making these plans here and with this storm system moving across. So there's a look as you go ahead. Actually, this is the latest run from the ECMWF. It does take a little bit further towards the south, there towards San Jose and Mindoro than the last few runs, and I kind of see why it's doing that. We have seen the track kind of waver further south than originally anticipated over the last few hours. That's why Tacloban a little bit more so into the core of this storm system, unlike 24 hours ago where it was taking it a little bit further towards northern areas of Samar. And that's one reason why you have to continue to check back in with these updates, as the track does have a tendency to waver. I mean, especially with rapid intensification here in the Philippine Sea, it happens too often. Anyways, I hope everybody's staying safe out there. Yeah, we're heading into the afternoon through the evening hours here on Christmas Eve, so I'm going to be signing off for at least a little while here. But at least at this time, I just want to make this update letting you know this is currently making landfall southern areas of Samar Island, moving off there towards the west. Definitely, it's going to be a rough evening for a lot of people out here. So if you have any photos or videos or anything like that, and you can share them safely with me, please do so. I'll try to put them in my next video update. And if you have any reports, even anything like that, you can just post them in the comment box below and let me know. Let me know what you think, what you're seeing. And I appreciate all that feedback. Yeah. You know, I say it all the time, but I really do mean it. Stay safe out there.